Hey guys, what's up? How's it going? My name is Gray, and this is the Gray F podcast. It's an unusual experience because I don't usually do videos like this. I make videos for my YouTube channel, but not typically for the podcast as much. If you are watching this, if you're listening to this on the podcast, keep in mind that it's also in the video format on my YouTube channel, Hardcore Crypto, or Great Jabesi on YouTube as well. You can watch this entire thing in a video format. So I have a special guest today. I don't even know how to call you now. Do I say Tera? Do I say Coach?
No,
Coach Matika over there.
Brand, yeah.
Exactly. Let's stick to the brand.
Yeah.
But I want you to introduce yourself because I don't think that I would do justice if I just.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So my real name is Thembinkosi Matika, but Coach Matika is what puts the money in the bank.
Right.
If you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm a NLP life coach, youth activist, endurance athlete, inspirational speaker, a social entrepreneur.
Yeah.
So that's what I do. My purpose in life is to change people's perspective.
Right.
So that's what I do.
So yeah, man, you do a lot. I'm trying to think at the same time how we met.
Yeah.
It's a few years ago, man.
Yeah, a few years ago.
5 or 6 years ago.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been a while, yeah.
Yeah. And by the way, today I was recording my own podcast, and what I want people to know is that you were actually the person that inspired me to start my own podcast. I don't normally do interviews, yeah,
right.
Because I own a platform, so I don't normally do interviews and stuff. And the reason why I honored these interviews because you're one of the people that actually push me to execute, because we get inspired, we get these ideas, but if there's no one around you that is actually doing what you want to do, and then someone your color and stuff, sometimes it's hard to execute. So I just wanted to mention that that I've got my own podcast today because of you, my man. So
thanks, man.
Respect.
It's funny that when you do these things, you don't really know how it affects people. It works, from the outside. It's interesting. But just to touch on that, what you say that now you have your own platform. It's funny. I had an experience. In the last few months or so, I've been having a lot of media appearances.
Yeah.
I was in the newspaper just last week. But what's funny to me there is that people have so much respect for those things when they see you on radio, on a public radio or in a newspaper, than when they see you. To me, it's like technically, actually, this is bigger than being in a newspaper because this is mine.
And I'm saying I don't do radio and TV interviews anymore. Because this, what I own, is because I can do, like, we just fix my mic. There's no cuts, like we're natural and stuff, So, but the reason why people do not, recognize what you're doing, because we're ahead of our time.
Right.
Podcast is something new in South Africa. In the US it's massive, but in South Africa it's something new. So people are still sleeping on this concept and stuff. This is all you own. This is you. No one can fire you. We can. We can do this interview while having a whiskey. You own it. No one is gonna fire you. And
absolutely.
Stuff.
Yeah. But I think it's gonna take a while for people to understand the concept of ownership. And having your own voice.
Yes, boss. Yeah.
So, man, I know a little bit of your story, but if somebody has to explain to me, it's like Coach Matika is a crazy person who has changed his life, transformed it around. I know you even went to jail at one point back in the day. Now he walks on fire. You're into all these extreme activities that you do. What inspires you to do things like that? You do marathons. I see you walking on fires. You travel. You're like healthy as hell.
Yeah, man. You see, the thing is, in life we need pain to grow. So there's no running away from pain. So you've got two options. It's either you create your own pain or you let life create that pain for you.
Right.
So the reason why I walk on fire, I run Comrades Marathon, and I'm currently next year I'm doing Kilimanjaro. I want to create my own pain so that when life throws pain at me, I just laugh at it. Right. So I'm conditioning my mind to be immune to pain. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's the whole idea, behind all of these adventures that I take on. Creating your own pain, creating your own. In life we just need to create our own circumstances.
Yes.
Be in business, relationships, we have to create our own conditions for us to strive,
Right, because it seems like much of life is like trying to run away from pain, avoiding pain all the time.
You won't grow.
But then you can't really avoid it because
can't.
You're in life, and then when you're not conditioned for that, obviously you're going to have a bad time, right?
Yeah, man, straight up.
Okay, I've never thought of it like that before. So from someone like me who said I would also like to condition myself for pain.
Yeah.
How would I start? Say like, hey, I want to work on. How does working on fire work? By the way,
everything is here, man.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you can, because as I said to you, I'm a neuro-linguistic program. So there's a language that you use to communicate with the brain. So if you can convince your brain that you're actually working on ice, that's what your mind would believe. So it's all here. So if you can trick this guy here, you can achieve anything.
Right.
So it's all in the mind, So yeah. So I just imagine myself working on ice.
Give me the how it went. You walked on fire. You came out with wounds.
No, I was perfectly okay.
Okay.
The following day I ran.
Okay.
Yeah. Nothing happened and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is crazy. So do you have a group of people like you who just like go out there and do these extreme things, or how does it work?
Yeah, you see, my man, in life I've realized that I'm one of a kind. And people are gonna catch me on the way, because when we talk about let's walk on fire, let's run, you come like that up until you do it. Do you get what I'm saying? So I at one point in my life I used to wait for people, I used to invite people and stuff, and I could not get anything done, because people are skeptical, people are scared and stuff. So I decided to do these things on my own, and get people to follow me. For now, I'm currently I'm working on getting my own accreditation so that I can walk people on fire.
Okay.
I want to be a master fireworker and stuff, so that I can get people to do the firework as well. So I do them on my own, and if people join me, and then it's a bonus. Like the firework I did with my colleagues at Project Playground and stuff. But it's something that I was gonna do it anyway. Like Mount Kilimanjaro, I'm doing it anyway alone. If someone wants to join me, they can join me. I'm doing skydiving. If you want to join me, you can join me. But I move past that stage of waiting for people to join you, waiting for people to believe in my vision and stuff. Because it's a personal thing, it's a spiritual journey, my man. And spiritually you walk alone.
Yes. That is very true. Man. You're born alone dialogue.
Exactly, my man. Spirituality, it's a personal thing.
So before I get into your story, I just want to point out. Look, in Cape Town specifically, some of the guys that I have so much respect for, it's you and Luvuyo Rani. You know Luvuyo?
Yeah, maximum respect.
Yeah, you guys, you do business, all your activities, you deal with black people.
Yeah.
90% of the time.
Yeah.
And I understand what kind of challenges come with that.
Yeah.
Number one, that you're serving a market that do not have enough, even just to survive on, right? And then you have to capitalize on that too. And the amount of work it takes to transform those lives is way too much, because number one, there's no resources, and to get people to understand, it's very, very difficult. So I have so much respect for you from that aspect.
Thank you.
And I wonder how do you help people, and what challenges do you typically see that most of your people you work with are facing? What are the challenges
in terms of clients, like the people who are you referring to?
Who comes to you?
Who comes to me? Okay. So at the moment, I go to schools.
Okay.
Schools do not come to me, because I'm gonna be straight up, and no one is gonna edit this and stuff. You own it and stuff.
Yeah.
So there's no commissioner or station manager. So I'm gonna be straight up. I'm gonna be blunt. That's why I'm here. It's schools are in trouble.
Yes.
And not because of the learners. People, you see videos on YouTube, on Facebook and stuff, kids beating. The problem at school is the leadership. Because now you're dealing with Generation Zs.
Yeah.
I'm at 2000. Kids were
Right.
born in
Yeah.
Generation Z. These are not millennials. You've got millennials, now you've got Generation Z. Yeah, these are the guys. These guys, they are so advanced.
Makes me feel old.
And yes, and the teachers and the principals are not equipped to deal with these kids. These kids are frustrated.
I can imagine what you're saying, because now there are two generational gaps.
Massive.
Yeah, between the teachers and the students.
And then the teachers, they're not even millennials. They're not
Right.
even they don't even fall
Yeah.
within that group of millennials. They are way older than
Exactly. That's what I mean. It's like now you have two generation gaps.
Exactly. So and the sad thing is that teachers and educators do not want to recognize that they have a problem. So when I get called at schools to come and speak with the learners, when I get there and then I study the culture, I realize that these kids don't have a problem. As a matter of fact, I kill it. Every time I speak with the kids, I kill it. I've never been to a school whereby kids could not listen to me.
Yes.
And then when I leave, I realize that the problem, it's not the kids, it's the leadership. Us failing to understand these guys.
Yes. Can you give a practical example of things that you see that you just realize, this is just a misunderstanding, the generational difference?
For example, there are a few schools whereby I go and speak, and then you find the entire staff is there with the kids. I'm left alone with the kids. To get out and do my thing. Now, if this is your class, I'm speaking to your class. Like if I was a teacher, I would be there to observe the person that is coming to impart knowledge on my class.
Yes.
They are not there. To get what I'm saying?
Right.
And most of the time I do my talks, they give me the last period. And normally what happens is that when that bell rings, the kids, they don't even wait for the teacher to dismiss them. They leave. But when I speak with these kids, they leave when I say, guys, you are dismissed. It always blows people's minds. How do I do it? It's because I'm cool.
Yeah.
I think we need to get rid of these ties and stuff, you
can say it again.
Exactly, all of that. So we need to be at their level and stuff. So this is my brand. This is what I wear. I don't wear suits when I go and speak, and I understand their language and stuff. So I think for me, simple stuff and agree, such as the way teachers dress.
Yes.
These kids, they learn from people that they perceive as being cool.
Yes.
They learn from cool people and stuff.
Absolutely. So you see, I learned majority of things. I learned how to speak English, to do business through rap music. It's like, to me, rap is almost like a Bible to me.
To get it, you feel me,
And what you said about, suits and ties, it's a very serious, it's something that people underlook, but it's very important.
It's too deep, man.
Especially for people who come from urban areas.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
It's you're living in a life, in a certain circumstances or environment. You're used to seeing certain people. Now, if you want to visualize people that say are successful doing business, they're all wearing suits.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
From that point, you don't even see yourself anymore.
Exactly. Yeah, man. They need to understand that a guy like me, like I'm from the hip hop generation, but I'm dope.
Yeah.
I've got a vision. I'm goal driven. I'm intentional in how I do things. I'm not reckless just because this is my look and stuff. So it's no longer here. Now we are moving to a generation whereby CEOs are going to be wearing sneakers. Already CEOs are wearing sneakers. This thing of it's gone.
Yeah, it's gone.
And people are just holding on to that thing. And so like teachers are failing to capitalize on the fact that these kids are always on the internet.
Yes.
They are there. It's not going to change.
Yeah.
If you're an educator out there, recognize that it is not going to change. These kids are here, and mind you, in South Africa, we're not even data is still expensive.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna go downhill from here when it's cheap, when it's everywhere.
Exactly. Yeah.
So people need to transform their minds.
Even parents too. Yeah, parents, that
exactly.
Like, my kids are always on the internet.
It is what it is.
Yeah,
it is what it is.
It's just a change of time.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's good. So you go to the schools, teach the kids. And I also see that you are on social media, you hold some of your own seminars. Yeah,
man, yeah. So we also organize our own seminars. It's not like now we are busy putting together a metric seminar on the 24th of August. So I also have my own brand level up seminar whereby we just bring young professionals like myself, like guys, let's level up because let's ride this internet wave. Let's think big, start your business in Langa, but think global, So it's all about leveling up, it's all about the mindset. So I've got that seminar that I organize and stuff, and I've recently started a cash flow 101 club whereby we teach people, how to save and invest, increasing their financial IQ. So some of the things that I do, and also we do some adventure activities. Going up hiking and stuff. We're gonna be doing some road trips, because before we do business together, Gray, we need to have that
to connect.
We need to connect. connection before money, relationship before money.
Yes.
So we underlook that as people of color and stuff. We focus on money, and that we're not conditioned to work together in harmony.
Right.
So for us to reverse that, we need to I feel like now I'm in your space, I'm comfortable, I know you.
Yeah.
So we need to get to that space whereby we can invite people into our spaces and stuff before we do business.
That is a very, very good point. It's I'm gonna keep it honest.
Yeah.
Doing business among our communities is very, very hard, even when you're coming from the same communities, right? Here's the thing, at some level, I feel like there's an educational problem, not like formal education, just like the knowledge of how to act in certain spaces, right? Not really how to act, just like how to move in a certain way in the business, right? So a good example would be, well, I can do business here, and then if I go there, well, there's a cultural difference. Small things like, timing, it's like, how things are supposed to be on time, or updates. If you don't make it on something, you have to say, there's a lot of small things that they're more almost cultural, because when we dealing amongst each other, when we're growing up, we don't really have constraints like that.
And how we eat, at a dinner table, for example, and stuff.
Right.
The way we eat from where I'm from, it's different from, like, when we eat, we go and eat and stuff.
Yeah.
Then you get to a certain level and stuff. So my coaching focuses on that, preparing your mind for every level and stuff. A level 2 mindset will not take you to level 3.
Yeah.
To get to level 3, you need a level 3 mindset. And then once you get to level 3, you need to renew your mind. So education, it's a constant thing.
Yeah.
You need to keep on elevating yourself and stuff. There are spaces whereby, as I like to say, there are spaces whereby I know that I need to keep quiet and listen.
Right.
But you need to have a certain mindset to recognize that.
Yes.
Because now, if you are hanging around with big dogs, you've got no business talking.
Exactly.
That's why you've got one mouth and 2 ears.
2 ears.
You
Yeah.
get what I'm saying? So,
True.
but that you get trained, to have that emotional EQ.
Right. Yeah, that is emotional.
Yeah.
Yes, because it's one of the things that actually I see a lot, and I know that I've also been a victim of it myself.
Yeah, man. It's same here, man. That's how we grow.
Yeah, but then now that I'm working differently than how I used to work, I can start to see it more that okay, I used to do exactly this, and I didn't see anything wrong with it.
Because you've grown.
Exactly.
You're not where you were mentally.
Yeah, so there's a mindset challenge, which I applaud you for actually going in there and doing all the work.
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about your history.
Yeah, man.
How did you, when you were like, say, 10 to 15 years old, were you thinking that this is what you're going to be doing?
No, man, not at all, man. Remember, I need to take it the whole hour, but I'm just going to give you a brief of how my past has shaped the person that I am. So as I grew up in Khayelitsha, and the challenge now with growing up in the township is that people who are successful, they leave the township.
Yeah.
And back then, I used to be angry at people who get successful and leave. I used to judge them. But now, man, a township was not designed for us to live there.
Yes.
It was, and strive. It was designed for us to self-destruct. So, by any means necessary, we need to leave that space. It's hell. That's why I can't go to church. That's why there's no pastor that can scare me about hell, because I live there. You get what I'm saying? Whereby you see rape, incidents, you see murder, you see people stabbing each other, slaughtering each other. You get what I'm saying? So I've seen it all. So growing up in that environment, and then my dream, in fact, what shifted my mindset to believe that I can be anything that I wanted to be, but I didn't know what it was. It's when I read about Neil Armstrong. They said the first person to land on the moon.
Yeah.
So when I got home in the evening, I looked at the moon. I'm like, if I can move from planet Earth to the moon, nothing is impossible. But I didn't know what it was that I wanted to achieve and stuff. So I was bright at school and all of that. But fast track, and then I passed my grade 12. When I passed my grade 12, I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life and stuff. And that's the most challenge. That's everyone's challenge growing up. That's one of the gaps that I want to fill. I'm pushing kids. They need to understand their gifts, because your gift will make room for you. Your gift, Gray, is more important than your skill.
Yeah.
It is more important than your skill, because your gift, no one can fire you from your gift.
Yes.
But now, if you're skillful at a certain people can fire you. But when you are gifted, no one, you can only fire yourself.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying? So that's what I push. So when I passed to creative, I didn't know what I wanted to do. And then I enrolled for medical bioscience at the University of the Western Cape. You know, imagine me, my man, you know, at the lab. That's, you know, so when I think about it, it's like crazy. Me, lab, and so I'm a people's person. So as I was doing it, I realized that it is not what I wanted to do. So I got a job as a barman. I was earning at 1,200 rands at the bar as a barman.
A week?
Per month.
Oh, wow.
1,200 rands, and my life changed when I saw a group of guys that spent 12,000 rand on a meal.
Oh, wow.
12,000 rands on a meal, and they gave the guy that was serving them 1.2 as a tip. That's when I realized that my salary is someone else's tip. That's when I realized, oh my goodness, someone's tip is mine. I'm earning a tip. That's when my life changed. You get what I'm saying? You know, I was so pissed off, and then I started putting her to the universe that I also want to make money, but I was not specific. I didn't say how I wanted to make the money, but I wanted to make money.
Yes.
And when you put it to the universe, I mean, the universe has a way of just making things happen.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I got an opportunity, and then because of the conditioning is very important. What I was exposed to, I saw people making money selling drugs where I grew up.
Right.
So it was easy for me to move to that space. Started selling drugs, and then eventually when you do something that God did not create you to do, eventually you're gonna get a wake up call. I got a wake up call, got arrested. That's when I had a conversation with God, because my name is Thembinkosi, meaning trust God. Before I didn't believe in God, so I made a deal with God. I said, God, if you can take me out of this place, I'm gonna go serve you, and the rest is history, my man.
Yeah.
So I made a deal with God. So I never went to church, to accept God in my life. I accepted God, in a holding cell. So that's my story in a nutshell and stuff. So what gives me an advantage, speaking with these kids from where I'm from, they can give me no excuse. I mean, I've been there. I'm still there.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when you're doing something like, okay, you want to make fast money, you're in the hood. That looks almost normal, that this is what people do, right? Yeah. Did you even at one point thought of yourself that I will probably be in jail one day?
No. I mean, because people go to jail and come back.
Right.
That's where, that's the mind. That's what the mind. They go and they come back and they slay. Because there are things that we've normalized in the township.
Yes.
They are so normal. So normal. Like people, corruption. It's normal and stuff. Like
it's how it works.
It's how it is what it is. And people have no perspective. In fact, they've got one perspective. They've got nothing to compare the life that they are living in.
Yes.
So for me, I might get arrested, but I'll come back.
Yes.
I'll make money.
Yeah.
Because I see people who get arrested today, next week they're back.
Yeah.
Even people who kill.
Right. Yeah, that is just inappropriate, eh? So when you're in that space, how long did it take you to kick in? Like, nah, this is just not me. Because it looks like from your younger person to the growing up, you're a completely different person.
Yeah.
You seem like you're very smart in school, and probably people around you had different aspirations of what you would become. At what point did it kick in? Like, hey, no, this is just not me. I have to.
It's when I landed in jail. It took me a day to read, because I started. That's where meditation. That's where mindfulness. I learned mindfulness, because there you are alone. No, you don't know what time it is. You don't. Like, you're sitting there having a conversation with yourself. Your life will change, Gray, when you start asking yourself questions. When you start having that conversation with yourself. We have a conversation with people. They are powerful moments, but the real conversations are the ones that you have with yourself. Honest conversations. So that's when I was like, Thembos, how did you get here? You've got your family, you've got your sisters, you've got a home, you are smart. You were not kicked out of the university, you dropped out. How did you get here?
Yes.
That question, totally changed, how I perceive myself going into.
And probably what you thought jail was different when you now got inside. Right?
Feel me? I was in a holding cell. Thank God, I never went to Portsmouth. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
So, but that experience in that holding cell, man, that's why I understand why people behave a certain way when they come back.
Right.
That's not a correctional space. Man. There's nothing that is corrective about it.
Yeah.
Man. I always tell young people that, if you act tough, You go inside, they're gonna deal with you. If you're my size, they're gonna deal with you accordingly. If you know what I mean. But when you come, they're gonna come back more violent.
Yeah.
No, tough guys when they get there.
Right.
Yeah, man.
But you see, this is one thing also that I have against the system is that, hey, you take a person who is broken and you put them in extreme conditions. I mean, what do you expect?
Yeah, man. No, they're extreme. There's nothing corrective about that.
Yeah, it's like you're supposed to fix things, and it keeps, in society right now. I mean, it seems like that's how it has always been. There's just so many wrong things that we have collectively accepted, and we don't even question them anymore. From mindset, things that we believe, even like from if you from the township like us, you will understand that money is evil. That is drawn into your head, like, hey, no, the root of all evil, something like that. It's just like to the point that the poverty mentality is almost embraced unknowingly. True. So those are hard things to deal with. So now when you come out and you started, how do you get started again when you back? So because this can be any other situation where maybe you can compare it to any other downfall in your life. Whether you got arrested or you have a massive sickness. Now you're back to your feet. How do you get started back to life?
I think for me, the spiritual. I can't explain that part. The spirituality, the spiritual aspect of my life story. When I got out of, by the way, my name was like I was arrested with the crystal meth, but my name was just scratched. Then I was free to go. As I left, I think a week later, I got an opportunity to work as an intern at Africa Tikun, and the rest is history. So God has been a big, like, even this is God. Someone's life is gonna change there.
Exactly.
So grace, my man. I can't take all the credit and say it's because of my mindset. Yes. Of course, it was my mindset, partly my mindset, but grace.
What you said is right. That's how, especially in the internet age, right? When you're creating content, you interact with people, as much people as you work with, you don't realize how polarizing that, or on a larger scale, how things move.
Yeah, our life is not about us, man. Yes. As I'm saying now, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have a podcast. Do you know how many lives I'm going to impact with the podcast because of you?
I started my podcast because of Tim Ferriss.
You feel me?
He doesn't even know that.
You feel me? So our life is not about us. That's why we need to be mindful of how we move.
Right.
We need to be very responsible, my man. This thing of like, you need to put it into context, because I'm a big advocate of be you, do you. But you need to be mindful of the fact that you are here to add salt. You are here to add taste. You get what I'm saying? So you need to be mindful of how you move, what you say, because there are people who are watching. They won't even tell you, my man. They won't even tell you.
Yeah, that is true.
They won't even tell you, but they are watching you. I've got that picture that I always share on Facebook that they are watching. People are watching. Because you know what? We are genetically and spiritually wired to win. Everyone wants to win. But we've got that syndrome of what will other people say about me?
Yes.
They say, for example, if I start here with one camera, we want to be fancy. We want to start with, like, you want to have a crew, yet you're starting. People want to own studios. This what you have, it's massive, my man. This what you have here, it's enough, my man.
Yeah, exactly.
So
the phone is just as strong.
Yeah, man. And God will not give you a massive camera if you can use this camera, because God gives things to good managers. God will give you a phone and see how you manage that. If you can't manage the phone, there's no way that you're gonna manage, a drone.
Yeah, that's for sure.
You feel me? Yeah. So yeah, my man, your life is not about you, my man. So keep on to what people are watching. People are watching and stuff. Even if you change one, my man, it's sort of one. Like, you inspired me to start a podcast, and now I'm working with Setro. I'm interviewing people, and these people are transforming. That ripple effect.
Yes.
So our life is not about us, my man. We need to stop being selfish. And for those ones that are not following their passion, people are suffering while you're busy playing small.
Yes.
I always say that the person that has a cure for HIV and AIDS is working as a cashier at F&B.
Yeah.
playing small at FNB, yet you created. You get what I'm saying? So I'm all about let's follow our passion, man, and do what God created us to do.
So when it comes to followers, I mean, what do you make sense of as a content creator, as a young person yourself? You're a content creator. You're trying to do things. And I'm always going to go back to the township stuff because that's where I come from. And I understand how much potential is there.
Sure.
That it's just been, self-sabotaged to some level. So from someone like you, what you're doing, or even what we're doing right now, it only makes sense to a few people.
Yeah.
There's the whole thing about education or entertainment over education thing. Where the world is in that frenzy right now. Whereas, there's Instagram, there's social media channels that people are using, either just to show off to the world or to just really, like things by clicking them, without actually using them to gain value or creating impact. Not only impact on other people, but even on yourself. Building up yourself as a brand or whatever. Because when you're doing those things, to those people who don't know, they think it's lame. Putting yourself out there or selling something. It's something that selling is a bad word. I don't know how you deal with this challenge when you're dealing with young people to understand that. No, man, being on TV is maybe cool, but creating your own platform or having your own YouTube channel is cooler than that.
Yeah, man. I think for me, how I go about doing it, because it's a culture, and breaking a culture, it's a very challenging thing.
Yeah.
So I always, even with the guys that speak with me on my platforms, I always preach this gospel of being the message.
Mm-hmm.
The proof is in the pudding, man. The proof is in the pudding. So when I stand in front, I don't talk about using Instagram this way. I show them, and I show them the benefits of using it this way. When I talk about challenging your mind, I flip and run the marathon, back to back complex marathon. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like people, we don't have time. I'm like, I work full time. I run a youth center. I coach. I run business. I'm starting other businesses. But when you want something, you make time. So the strategy is being the message. Because when you become the message, my man, what you say here, you stand there with the confidence.
That is actually one thing that people don't realize. It's like guys like you are very confident because you make things.
No, I make things happen, my man. I like it, my man. I don't wait for people to tell me that I'm dope. I am
exactly.
dope. The results will show you. Yeah, the results will show. That's why I go to meetings this way.
Yeah.
Because you want my gift. That's what you're after, and I can show you my fruits. You get what I'm saying? So you need to be you, but execution, great.
Yeah.
We need to move away from this dream state. We need to execute. Now, when you have fruit, my man, people do not. A fruit doesn't go to the people. People go and look for the fruit.
Right, that is true. I like what you say that you can say you have the confidence because you create.
Yeah, man.
You're dope.
Yeah.
If you know yourself that you've been cheating, you always fake photos on Instagram. You can't say that.
No, people spiritually they can see right through you.
Yeah, exactly. And yourself,
exactly.
Even yourself, you can say that because you're cheating.
Yeah, lip service for men and stuff, and we are in the industry now where I'm at. Like the speaking, like coaches and speakers are popping out of everywhere. I'm like, for me. Show me the results, my man. For me to come to, let me see what you have produced. Yes. So now we've got a soccer team at Project Playground, and this is what I always say to young boys because we've got people who are promising them dreams and stuff. There's someone that comes to you and promises you that they will link you up with. I'm like, show me who have you helped. Who have you helped? And then if they have not helped anyone, those people are just messing with you.
Yes.
So we need to be the message, great. We need to slay. And then show them this is how it's done. That's
it's good that you say there are people that promise people things, and I run a cryptocurrency channel, YouTube channel, so I get a lot of these people that are victims of such people, promising them things, and then they just take money out of them.
Yeah.
One thing that we should talk about, this is in the Black community again, Africa worldwide, is the church. The church is supposed to be something that strengthens the community, but right now it actually takes away from them.
Yeah.
I don't know how you.
Yeah, I know it's. I used to go to church. You will never see me there. the church is irrelevant.
Mm-hmm.
You know, anything, not only church, even schools are becoming irrelevant. Not only church.
Yeah.
You know, because you're gonna people are gonna catch feelings. But you know, I'm not selling ice cream. I'm an educator. So and if people get emotional, you know, because of some of the things that I say, then I'm achieving
the purpose.
Exactly.
Yes.
Because now your mind is working. When you're upset, your mind is working. When you agree with what I'm saying what you already know.
No, yeah,
so when it comes to church has become irrelevant. I'm not talking about God. I'm talking about church as the institution. It's irrelevant. Do you get what I'm saying? And I mean, if you read the Bible and stuff, I'm speaking from the context of the Christianity. You know, this is the religion that I was exposed to up until I became spiritual.
Yeah.
You know, is that God never built no churches.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Jesus Christ never built no churches. Jesus Christ built people. He had disciples.
Yes.
He taught them, and these people, they went and he never built. He was going around making things happen.
Yes, making things happen.
Making things happen.
Turning water into wine. Straight up.
Making things happen. So we have lost, you know, the church has lost its mandate and stuff. And you know, people go to church to go to heaven.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and hope that Jesus Christ will come back on earth. You need to understand, my man, that this is our domain. God created heaven and earth. God rules the heaven, the earth. It's us. It's us.
Yeah, exactly.
Mamela is looking at us like, why are you busy complaining and yet you've got everything? I've given you everything. Because you need to understand, the minute you think of an idea, you already have the means to execute it. Because God doesn't demand what He has. He installs and then demands.
Yes,
that's the mindset. So yeah, when it comes to church, I'm a big critic of the institution, moment, because it's taking away from our people. People are starving, you know, people are homeless. I mean, I was watching a Park's video 2 days ago, whereby he spoke about, you know, people who are homeless and yet in the States they're mega churches and stuff. So there's no relevance. Where is the relevance?
Yeah, you know, what's worse to me is that you see that in Africa, one of the most profitable businesses in the last few years has been the church, and you have now this ongoing thing where people are not even allowed to work. They have to be to church like maybe 3 times a week. After work, and then in the evening they have to go, and Saturday and Sunday. It's like, when are you going to be able to build yourself up?
People, they don't even want to go to seminar. I have to go to church.
Exactly.
You know? Yeah, like dude, let's find a mentorship program. Let's take boys up to tell Monday on Sunday. No, I have to go to church. They don't understand that actually taking those boys is God's work.
Yes.
People think that going to church and pray and stuff, that's the only way to serve God. I mean, God, to serve God by following your purpose and contributing to human need.
Yeah.
Because that's how church should be. You need to go out there, drive change within the community and see people coming to it.
Exactly. You're supposed to be building the community.
Man. When are we building our own banks? When are we taking our contributions and build our own banks?
But you know, the church, they've got enough money to do that, but they will never do. And if people can fund churches to the point that they become so big, you know, the owners become so rich, why is it so hard to contribute and build our own bank within the communities
and stuff, and to build these communities and stuff? So for me, like, now we can speak, you know, for days when it comes to church and stuff, you know, and I'm available to be part of a dialogue or a discussion around this, you know. Because I live in this community, I know how irrelevant churches are. I'm not talking about something I read from a book. I'm there.
Yeah,
I'm there. Whereby you find kids who want to start like drama groups. They don't have spaces to practice.
Yeah.
Churches won't give. Yet the space is vacant the entire week. How about you let those kids use the space and then you recruit them to become members?
Yes.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because poor people, they want food. Because spirituality is self-actualization. It's on the last needs in terms of the Maslow hierarchy of needs. Self-actualization. That's the last part. What people need, it's food, shelter, and those basic things. So we need to provide those things, and then people will move closer to
God.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's my. It's
almost. I had interviewed Brock Pierce. He's a billionaire in the cryptocurrency market and an actor. And I'll ask him, why do so many rich people go into the spiritual thing when they're rich, because it only makes sense to me now that, like you said, it's the last thing on the most hierarchy, because you've got everything.
But it's twisted in us. Yeah, we don't work and then we pray. We think that God's going to provide food.
No, it's the other way around.
No, you don't pray for food.
You go get the food and then you pray to God.
Exactly. Because, my man, you can't. I mean, if you're poor, you can't. Like, let me do it. I won't stop. Let me just,
Yeah, I get you, man. I get you.
Like, when you're a God's child, you're a royal child. You can't be poor. There are no poor people in the kingdom, man.
Exactly.
This is demonic. This is devilish and stuff, man. Let me
because both believe that they're blessed. The rich say they're blessed, and they have what to show for their blessings. The poor, they say they're blessed too, but they only have life. I've been looking to get my own brands and caps and stuff. Where do I get this done?
Yeah, man, I can hook you up, man. There's a place in town, and there are lots of places I can hook you up.
Okay, yeah, that would be nice.
Getting our brands out there, man. Yeah, on people's faces.
Exactly, man. It's like, this is, to me, when I see this, I have so much respect for you. Not, this is actually a lamb that I'm wearing. I'm marketing someone else's brand. In my own video.
They are not paying you.
They're not paying me.
Yeah, this is Rianubria, by the way. It's locally designed and stuff. So I'm moving. So I'm trying when I'm in front of on my platform. They don't pay. They need to pay me, dude. If I'm gonna be promoting your stuff, you need to pay me. So I'm moving to a space whereby, like, we support things that are created by our own 100% and stuff.
It's one of the things that bothers me a lot. It's like, in our community we have people fronting about owning brands that we don't own. We don't even own shares.
No,
not even own the company. It's one thing, but own shares.
There's Nolita Kuma, lady from Khayelitsha. She's dope. She just came back from Makanda Festival in Grahamstown. She's dope, so this is a creation stuff. So that's what we need to do. We need to use our platform to uplift our people.
Exactly.
They need to pay us, for us, the other guys. They need to pay us,
exactly.
to promote their brand.
I think this is the best thing you can do yourself, in front of people's face, show your brand. You have to see. The first thing, when someone is looking at you, they're going to read there. Even if they don't know you.
They are aware.
They're aware.
They will know later what I do, but brand awareness,
First thing they see it here, when they see it again on online, they'll be like, what's happening?
They will follow you.
Exactly.
Man. We are brands, great. We are brands, my man. We need to understand that our names, my man, Daniel Hector, Jack Daniels, Peter Stuyvesant. These are people. So you need to recognize that your name
is as important.
Dude.
Yeah,
man. So I'm all about that, and also we mustn't hustle for our first names. We need to hustle for our last name. I'm not Coach Thembinkosi, I'm Coach Matika. Because Matika
is the last name.
Yeah, and then my kids will inherit the same name. People won't care about the Thembinkosi. People don't care about Nelson, they care about Mandela.
That's why the Mandela kids are still eating off that. Yeah, that's for real.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to talk about?
Yeah, no, man. Just just people, they need to. People need to start from where they are, man. What you have is enough. That's what you have is enough.
I mean, you probably go through this a lot yourself. That in our community there's some kind of mentality that we need too much to start off. The thing is, I understand. Look, if we have to give excuses, the thing is we have too much of them. Each other way, life, our own history, has given us enough excuses that if you want to sit down and cry,
they're in abundance.
We have so much.
They're in abundance.
And then if we really want to get out of this, we really need to, it's what it is. It's put upon us. For us just to do well, it takes us 20 times the work that another person from a different culture would do, It's our reality.
Speaking about that, today I'm saying I'm having a podcastic day. I've been shooting podcasts this whole day.
Yeah.
I could be chilling. But the thing is, I realize that I'm black, man.
Yeah.
I'm young. I'm venturing into a space that is white dominated.
Yes.
So I need to work, because when I show up, the fact that I'm black, I'm young, automatically and stuff. So now I need to slay.
Yeah.
Extremely. I need to meta it. You understand? So I can't put the same effort that my white associates puts.
Yes.
Because
you already dismissed by entry, by the door.
You feel me and stuff. So we need to put, like in business, in business we need to put in extra work.
Yeah.
I can't be going to Durban July.
Yeah.
I can't be going to, I can't be. You won't see me at Rands.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been to Rands and stuff. You know what? Because I'm pushing and stuff. I will go. In fact, I will own such places. Do you get what I'm saying? So for me, my mentality is ownership. Mm-hmm. So when you own, you can have it at any time and stuff. So the thing is, guys, we are running out of time.
Yeah.
We are living on borrowed time, my man. Time wasted never returns. Time is not money. Time is life. Yeah. Time is not money. So if you associate time with money, you will lose it. Mm-hmm. Thinking that you can make it again, because money is something that you can make. So if you associate time and money, you will lose. But time is not money. Time is life. Now, once you understand that time is life, my man, you become economic. You become conscious of how you use it. The reason I am here, move from Khayelitsha to here to spend these 2 hours with you, I know that we are adding value here. Yes. It's worth my time. Mm-hmm. It's within my paycheck. Yes. What I'm doing here, it's within that. It's within my paycheck what I'm doing here.
The frequency that you give out is exactly what returns and comes back to you.
Man, yeah. So you need to be mindful. From here, I'm going straight to finish my report. Yeah. Straight up. So I get focused, guys. We need to major on major things. But what are we doing at the moment? We major in minor things.
Yes.
That's why we major in minor things. Yeah, we major. This guy is amazing. The master. It's minor. So we need to be very mindful of how we use our time, because time is like airtime. When you have airtime, you don't call anyone.
Yes.
Some guys, you send them SMS. Some of them you text them. Some
you call. Yeah. So you seem like a very strategic guy that have ways of how you do things. Yeah. I'm wondering, how do you start your day or finish it? Do you have a way? Because I'm struggling with that right now.
Yeah. For me, I was chatting with my associates. I'm gonna be very honest with you and stuff. I've got a routine, but I'm not consistent. I read, but I don't do it every day and stuff. So I'm currently working on a routine. I used to be on a routine, and up until every time I'm training for comrades, my routine is affected and stuff. So I'm currently working on a routine that will be consistent, that will work even when I'm preparing for comrades. Because when I'm preparing for comrades, everything changes. When I sleep, because I need to sleep more hours so that I can recover. I need to train in the morning and stuff. I need to, because for comrades I run for 5 hours, 4 hours doing long runs, and it's taking a lot of my time. Comrades, it's taking it. That's why when I come back from comrades, the rate is not the same.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. Like they call it.
What's the longest distance you have run so far?
90.
90 kilometers.
90 kilometers. Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, 90 kilometers.
And this the next one?
The one that I'm doing now. It's Cape Town Marathon. It's 42. It's a qualifying race for next year's comrades. Yeah.
Okay.
So every year you have to run a marathon to qualify for comrades.
Are you ever going to do it the Ironman?
That's my dream. And for people, I'm saying it here. This is gonna go digitally. So you want? I can't swim. I can't cycle, but I'm gonna do it.
You can cycle?
I can't.
What happened, man?
I mean, I saw someone, getting involved in an accident. And then from there, I had to fear.
Okay.
So it's fear. So I need to feel. So I can't cycle, and then I can't swim.
The swimming part, I get you. I can't swim myself. But you know what happened? Just down the road, there's some swimming pools there. I've been paying for membership, but I haven't been able to attend. I'm embarrassed by that.
Sure, yeah. So Ironman, that's one of that's the ultimate dream. As an endurance athlete. And again, it's already done. I mean, the fact that I can't, swim, it's already done.
Yeah.
So how my capabilities have nothing to do.
Exactly.
With me achieving that goal. That's one of the things that I always say to people, Greg. I mean, dreaming, there are no limitations when it comes to dreaming.
Yeah.
We limit ourselves by looking at what we have and what we cannot do. My man, that's irrelevant when it comes to dreaming.
Yes.
Like I'm going to do an Ironman.
I think, if I remember correctly, on the Kilimanjaro you're doing, you said
I'm doing it next year, yes.
Next year.
I don't even know where I'm gonna get the money and stuff, but it's done.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You see, now you think correctly.
Yeah, I don't know, but it's done. I don't know where I'm gonna get the money.
When did you start thinking about doing Kilimanjaro?
Kilimanjaro last year.
Last year.
Yeah. Already, I know what I'm gonna like every year. I know which, because I did the complex back to back. I'm doing Kilimanjaro next year. That year I'm doing Great Wall of China. That year I'm doing Marathon of the Sands in Morocco. So I've already know what extreme adventures that I'm going to take on for the next 5 years.
Do you know Wim Hof?
Wim Hof.
The Iceman. There's this guy called himself an Iceman. He lost his wife, and then he just started treating himself by freezing himself.
I heard about him and stuff.
When I think of him, I always think about you. This is one of those.
I heard about him. He's got a way of tricking his body too.
Exactly. He is too extreme.
Yeah, he is. I mean, even scientists, they say that he could die. But
they proved. They did experiments on him. He doesn't get sick and stuff like that. I was this is crazy stuff. Yeah, it's really all. He knows how to. That's what I say. He knows how to manipulate his mind. I want to get into that stuff.
Man.
You need to, I suppose, to have a real passion about it. Like, I'm passionate about water sports.
Sure.
I love the water. Like, I don't know, I have too much love for it. I don't know how to swim, but I dive.
Yeah.
So I've been like 25 meters deep.
Wow. Yeah. Now that's crazy.
No,
that's crazy. It's like 25. If something happens, what are you going to do? You can't breathe. At least I can breathe on the road.
I know.
That's too deep, man. It's like a quarter of 100, like the track, like one quarter of it, like you go deep.
Yeah. So, I did that. And it's fun. I really love the water. I'm not even scared at all. It's just that I can't swim.
Okay.
And I think I need to fix that, because I know that if I fix my swimming, I will go extreme, like into water sports.
But you've got but unlike me, you've got a good relationship with water.
Yeah,
at least you have a relationship. I need to form that relationship with water and then learn how to swim and stuff. At least you almost.
Yeah, I don't even understand why I don't know how to swim, because like I'm not scared, with the water, but I just can't swim. Probably because grew up without a swimming pool, and then by the time I would afford it, I just don't have the time.
Conditioning, man. Like, we need to expose our kids as well to these things, man. It's the conditioning, because
but also we have to speak about the advantages of coming from a different place.
Dude.
People always think it's a disadvantage. It's like, I am who I am today because I have all those experiences. When I'm doing business, that makes me different, because I'm coming from a different place.
Dude. Thank you for you know what you're doing here, man. You know what you're doing. Like, this is the best conversation I've ever had. I mean, I've done, I don't know, countless number of interviews, but this one, dude, what gives me an advantage is the fact that I come from the township.
Yes.
Dude, I remember when I was saving up cash to invest in a sound system. I was eating bread, eggs, and I bought, that wild tropical island thing the entire month. You know why? Because I've been to a point where I ate bread with even eating bread with eggs, that's luxury and stuff. So me growing up in the township, being poor, gives me an advantage. I'm able to be frugal.
Yes.
Extremely frugal and stuff, and save money. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I know guys would die
just living in those conditions. Rick Ross has this line in his song called Amsterdam. He says, "Nothing to lose, I was starving from the start."
And also for me, the reason why I'm not scared of venturing into new businesses is that I can't get lower than selling drugs.
Yes. Oh yeah, that's for
I can't
sure.
get lower than that. So I'm gonna fail. But I can't. I used to do the lowest thing that you can ever do in a society, selling drugs.
Yes.
I can't get lower than that, my man.
And it's speaking on that of like how low can I go, is one of the things that makes me confident now. It took me a long time to understand or to be comfortable in the space that I am, because it didn't feel real. I always felt like something is going to happen. I'm really going to go back to where I belong, or where I started from.
I think that fear as well pushes you.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to go back there.
Exactly.
I was there, but I don't want to go back there.
Exactly. So it's like it took a long time. It's like I'm here. I can go down as I can, but it's never going to be that anymore. But yeah, man, thanks for the conversation.
No, thank you so much, my man. No, because you know what? This is the thing about coaching and speaking. All the things that I've shared, I wanted to hear them. Some of the things I said, I'm like, where are they coming from? So I learned from what I was saying.
Yes.
So because in this work we teach what we need
Yeah.
to hear. So what I shared here, some of the things I needed to hear. So thank you so much for the platform, my man. And yeah, my man, keep doing what you're doing, my man. I'm so inspired by what you're doing and stuff. And yeah, thank you so much, man, for actually pushing me to execute on my plan.
Cool. And how can people find you?
Facebook, by the way, I'm a 2000. They told me that thing is old school.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm still there. Coach Matika on Facebook. That's my page. At Coach Matika Instagram. Yeah, if you inbox me, and then I will decide based on what you propose. If I give you my WhatsApp, but I'm mostly on WhatsApp and stuff. So Facebook page Coach Matika. And then Instagram at Coach Matika, and also LinkedIn Thembinkosi Matika. If you want
I'll
to
put
support
all
big
the
business
names
and
on
stuff,
the screen. And do you have Twitter?
Twitter at Matika Nzulu. Twitter at Matika Nzulu.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll put all the links in there in the description as well. Otherwise, man, you guys, thanks for watching. You can. Some of you guys are watching this on Hardcore Crypto. Thank you guys for watching. You can put your comments in there. You can contact him directly. If you're watching, if you're listening to this on the podcast, thank you for listening. Remember to write the Grey App Podcast a review on iTunes and as well as on Spotify. So thank you guys and stay awesome.